Ladies and gentlemen, I am back with my co-host,
Grady.
and I'm Ben.
Thanks for the setup there. That was good
And
setup.
today, from across the world, we are joined by gaming legacy, one of the kings, I would say, of gaming protagonists, one of the most dangerous men in the video game universe, from the massively successful franchise Hitman, Agent 47, aka David Bateson, is on the other line. What's up, David? How are you, man?
It's good to be here, guys. Really. I'm smiling because you guys have made me laugh for quite a while. And I stalk
That's
you
huge.
online. And I just asked you before we started, do you guys know each other really well? Because
Yeah, too well.
you work very well. So it's very funny what you do.
Hey.
Can you just keep doing it?
We appreciate that, man. We'll just jump right in.
Go for it.
You're in a unique club of kind of having a similar appearance to your character. I feel like that is pretty rare in the gaming space. How did that all come together?
We should tell them about the party chat button first.
Oh yes, that's true.
All right, so
Wow.
we gotta tell you about the party chat button. So basically, the way this interview goes is we have a party chat button here. Every time we hit it, we're gonna ask you a new question. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. I got a good one
Okay.
to start on.
All right, hit it.
I want to start way hotter than that.
Okay.
Agent 47, Master Chief, and Snake from Metal Gear Solid walk into a bar. Who walks out alive?
Oh, that's a no-brainer. Agent 47. Hello.
Okay. How's he getting out? How's he getting out of that situation?
I'd use my silver ballers
Yeah.
because I like it big and messy.
Okay.
Either that or I like to drop stuff on people. I like that a lot, actually. So
Yeah. You'd head in, you'd hit the bathroom real quick, and then it'd be over pretty quickly after that.
You know, that's got to be a weirdest sentence. How did I ever get known for that sentence? I need to use the bathroom.
That was my next question. I'm actually gonna set that up right now.
Cool.
Does Agent 47 ever actually use the bathroom?
You know what? Not that I know of. I mean, he does say to some guy, hey, listen, I need a new suit. Because he's all messed up. But
Because he pooped
I've never
himself?
seen him in the shower. You know, I mean, hey, I don't think he actually uses the bathroom.
Yeah. Just for
Ever.
other
He's
other
that
purposes.
tough.
Maybe the shit man uses the bathroom, but not the hitman,
Yeah.
right? Maybe that's another clone they created.
I got to kill someone with shit. That's a good idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Secret weapon. All right, next one. You have been Agent 47 for 25 plus years, is that correct?
That is so correct. When I started doing this, the whole of Hitman was run by steam power. So, yeah, 25 years, man.
So in that entire run, you've had one of the most successful runs in video game history. Over all of the titles in the Hitman franchise, what are your top two?
Ooh. Okay. I got this. I'm going with, personally, I'm going with Absolution.
Mm.
And I'll tell you why in a sec. And the second one is Hitman 3.
That is a classic.
Even though I want to go with Hitman 1 because I love Sapienza, it's my favorite level. Hitman 3 just rounded it all up. It was like a 25-year journey, you know, so.
Love that.
But Absolution, I know a lot of fans don't go there, but it as an actor, it was great to kind of be out of his depth and do a kind of, what's his name, Leon, Jean Reno from that Hitman film, you know, where he's looking after that girl.
Yeah.
And it just felt very filmic, and it was a nice piece of acting. So yeah.
Love that. All right, ready?
Oh, yeah.
Who are your top 3 favorite celebrity cameos in the Hitman games?
And I'm going straight away with Mads Mikkelsen,
Okay.
the latest one, because I know him personally, and it was so cool to be able to take out Le Chiffre. It was like so, I mean, weird. because I love the film so much.
That's
And the other one is Sean Bean. And I know everyone's killed Sean Bean. I mean,
right.
Sean Bean has died in every film he's been in. But it was such a cool experience to be in Paris with him. We launched it at the Paris Games.
Oh,
and
sweet.
to see his face kind of, Mr. Hollywood, I've got this. And then suddenly be kind of torn apart by gamers.
Yeah, that's got to be a bizarre experience.
Yeah. And then I'm going with the DJ.
Dimitri Vegas?
Yeah, Dimitri Vegas, man. Because I like the way he puts stuff together. And the trailer was just so cool. And I never got to meet him, which is a bummer. I came real close.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was in Mallorca, and he was playing in a nightclub in the next valley. And we tried to fix it up with our agents and stuff that I was going to go over to this nightclub and just turn up.
That would have been
Vegas.
so
I know.
sick.
It would.
You behind the DJ booth, and then you appear and stuff. That would have been, people would have went nuts for that.
There were 5,000 people at this club. It would have been such a cool sort of live event, And they'd only just launched it about 2 weeks before, so it was live. So it would have been didn't work out. Bummer.
There also probably would have been a very select few gamers who maybe not have been in a different state of mind, and then all of a sudden they see Hitman show up, and they're like, "What
different?
The hell?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh God, he's coming for me!"
Oh no, this is such good shit.
That sets up my next question, actually.
Okay.
So you obviously have the look. You're an exclusive club of iconic video game characters that also the voice actor looks exactly like the character.
That's me.
So have you ever had an experience when you go out in public, maybe even just going to the grocery store or going shopping, and somebody comes up to you and recognizes you as your character?
There's no word of a lie. More than I care to admit. Yeah. But what
so cool.
normally gets their attention is I could be at a grocery store or a supermarket, or it's happened to me at a bus stop in London, happened to me on a beach in South Africa. It's happened to me in LA.
Wow.
But what it is normally is they hear the voice.
Yeah.
And I can see this head jerk up, and I'm going, okay, he's a player. And then when they turn around, they go,
Do you snap into character when that happens?
I just nod. They don't have to say anything, Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's quite spooky. It's a lot of fun.
You got to deliver a line in character to them after that.
Well, I do, because I'm not dressed like in my black suit most of the time. Occasionally, you never know, you could get lucky. But so I just normally go, I'm in disguise. Don't look.
That's amazing.
It does actually happen more than quite a lot.
That's sweet. That video is going to go huge. We did a similar question with a guy from Call of Duty. I don't know if you saw that one. The voice actor of Ghost.
All right, I got one. Okay, so I know we're hammering you a lot about Agent 47, but what are some of the other roles that you've played? What are some of your other favorite roles that you've played as an actor?
In computer games?
Or anything, just some of your favorite roles as a professional.
Yeah, well, I'll just say, I'll start with a computer game called Light Matter, where I played this crazy, psychotic sort of professor guy, Virgil, I think his name was. But because that was just he was so fucked up in his personality. He was totally psychotic. Going, he would be nice 1 minute, and you're getting the players going, oh, good, he's on my side. And then next minute, what are you doing? I know what you want. And you go, so I like that because it's you should check it out. Tunnel Vision Games, Light Matter.
That's cool.
So that was a big one. You know what? In film and TV, I tend to play villains. I mean, how do
I wonder why?
I get it from? So I like. I don't know if I like it. I got to be this horrible Scottish sailor who to have raped, tortured, and killed the lead actress in the last scene of a movie, a Lars von Trier film called Breaking the Waves. And I made the biggest mistake ever. I took my new girlfriend to a rough screening. And she was sitting in the dark and watching this movie, which is a real melodramatic film. And she's totally crying and having, what a Bess. Oh, I hope she survives. And here comes my boyfriend. He does what the? And I could see her in the dark just looking at me again.
That's hilarious.
You just have your eyes straight ahead like, fuck
yeah. I daren't look at her. But I could just see her face looking at me, And I just thought, this is not going to end well. And then I made the biggest mistake after the movie was done. She ran out of the movie theater, and I ran after her. Big mistake, because she was looking over her shoulder, just,
Whoa.
So, and then
that's an immersive experience for all the other fans there. They get to see it actually happening.
I do a lot of, I do a lot of stuff, but different really different character stuff.
Yeah.
Both on stage, and I have played Trump, but we won't go there. And I just, I love psychotic Germans going, we did not lose the Second World War. We came second.
Whoa.
Those kind of just crackpot characters.
I don't love what you said. I don't love the context. I love the voice.
Good to clarify.
I love the voice
Good to
you
clarify.
just did.
I'll get us out of this.
Okay.
Move on.
Agent 47, I got a pretty important question for you.
Uh-oh.
How many bodies you got?
I asked my wife this just the other day. I said, honey, it's just dawned on me. How many people have I killed in the last 25 years? What's my body count? It must be insane.
What do you estimate?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know, 50,000.
Oh,
whoa!
I could even.
Yeah, I would say probably more than that. Probably in the millions, but just based on how many people are playing the game. But
yeah. I mean, if it was just me, one mission in the last.
I have another question.
Years.
This may not make the cut, but going off of that, as an expert assassin, how would you have carried out the JFK assassination?
Whoa! What?
Well, I think whoever did it did a pretty good job. And
All right,
in
nice.
the sense that I don't think it was Lee Harvey Oswald who could
I think you're right.
reload a bolt-action rifle 7 times in 5 seconds.
I did go see that exhibit because I went to school in Dallas, and it was really fascinating. They had it all set up.
I mean, whoever did it was fucking good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, stamp of approval from Agent
from
47.
One hitman to another hitman. Well done.
When you got the Hitman gig, when was the moment you realized, this is going to be life-changing?
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I couldn't admit this, but I was in a studio recording something else, and they called me into next door to an editing suite because the same studio was making the first graphics. And it was seriously, within the first 3 seconds or 5 seconds of me watching these graphics in motion and still pictures, I went, oh, fucking A. This is going to be big. I just knew it. I didn't know if I was going to get it at that point, but I was utterly convinced it was going to be huge. And so when I did my test, I just went, I know how to do this. I've no hesitation. And I just went with this style, this kind of, Philip Marlowe thing, just dry, deadpan. And they said, I remember in the studio, they said, do you want to do that again? Or I went, no, that's it.
Wow.
So I didn't know I was going to get it, but no one knew at the time how big it was going to get. But I knew it was going to be massive. Right. Whoever was going to get it, this game was going to.
What was the first line you delivered as Agent 47?
Whoa, dude. I have no idea. It's probably, this is Agent 47. In the field. I'm ready. I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. Sorry, I'm just trying to transport all the diehard fans back to that, first moment when the character was really born.
That's a good question. I mean, I can find out because it's on the, I've got the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know off the
All
hand.
right, I've got another one for you then.
Okay.
I'm going to set a timer at 30 seconds, and I want you to recite as many Agent 47 voice lines as you can in that amount of time. Are you ready?
Okay, I'll give it a go.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
The time starts now.
Names are for friends, so I don't need one. Your future is death. Any questions? That's one of my favorites.
Wow.
I need to use the bathroom.
10 seconds.
Okay. I need a new suit. Oh, shit, man. I know millions of these. Oh, bum. That's not one. Okay.
That's time. Those are great.
Yeah, damn it, man. I got some good ones. Yeah.
My favorite one is I need to use the bathroom. That's electric.
Yeah. I like that your future is death. Any questions? And I like that, names are for friends, so I don't need one. I love that one.
All right, I'm going to hit the button here. Any lines you recorded that you really loved that were thrown away?
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. I can't remember. There was, I did some ad-libbing on a scene in Paris in Hitman 1, the opening level, and I'm backstage at this fashion show in some kind of disguise, and this outrageously gay costumier or makeup guy comes up to me and says, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I just had this kind of like, oh, no information in this area. Should I kill him? It's just, he did not know how to cope with that kind of being hit on by this outrageous guy. And it made me laugh because I stumbled over whatever lines it was. And he said, "David, what are you doing?" I said, and I was doing this. I don't know how to deal with this. Can I kill him? No, you can't, So I like to see him being caught out on thin ice. That was one of those occasions. I can't remember the line, but I stumbled through a few ad libs and could you kill a man? Well, eventually. No, don't go there.
That's great. Yeah, no, I love that. Are there any? I know you kind of just went through some of your favorite voice lines, some of the voice lines that you threw away. Are there any other like favorite voice lines that stuck out to you? Or actually, better question: Are there any voice lines that you ad-libbed or helped create with the writers that are special to you?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's quite a few in a way, but the scripts are very tight. But sometimes in a 4-hour recording session, I can, just improvise a little bit and just to make myself laugh. And then they go, "David, time is money." I'm going, "Yeah, I know, but it actually helps me being creative, just fluffing it up a bit." But I think, you know what? This is the truth. He was known for many years as the silent assassin, and he didn't have much to say. And one of my favorite moments is just like a heavy breathing moment. And it's true. And I was in the booth, and there was no window into the control room. And suddenly they said, "David, what are you doing?" And I went, "I'm breathing." He said, "No, but you're doing it in a kind of, where are you?" I said, "Well, you mean this?" And I was doing it really close up to the microphone, but with my hand, yes, because I wanted to sound like I was just behind them, which I actually was. I was just behind a curtain.
Whoa.
And so I was just going to reach out and strangle the guy. So I wanted to change the sound of my voice, but they couldn't see what I was doing. And then suddenly we're like, four sound engineers like, "What the hell's going on?" So that sound they used a lot. This kind of feeling of, oh shit, just by doing this, and it just kind of spooked people, and they thought this would be cool for gamers, when they haven't.
That's so cool. That is really unique because it's like it's
Because
almost
it's
like
actually not a line. It's just it's an atmosphere with a sound, and they're going, oh shit, he's behind you, run,
Yeah,
and
that like a character can just be like created through how he even breathes.
Yeah, it was either that or you sound like some kind of stalker or something. but but here's the thing, when I was at university, I started a stunt thing for charity in the first semester of our third year. We had a thing called RAG, and we all did different stuff to raise money for charity. And I came up with an idea, and I didn't believe it or not. I have not thought about this for 1,000 years. I started. I'll be a hitman. I will hit people for money with a pie. And I did the most advanced hits unimaginable. I stood behind a curtain in the refectory at one of the, what do you call them, dormitories or residences,
Dorm.
And because the president of that res, I'd got this massive fee to hit him, but he was a tough dude. He was played rugby at a very high level, and his crew, his posse of guys all around him, looking, they're gonna kill me. And I went in the late afternoon, and I went onto the balcony, drew the curtains, changed into my outfit, put my black balaclava on, made my custard pie, which is just a paper plate, cut and curled up, and shaving foam and stuff. And I stood there for about an hour and 3/4, just like this, right behind the curtain. And I could just see people getting their courses, and they had a bit of starter, and now they're sitting down to the main course. And I know this guy is 1 meter away from me on the other side of the curtain, and I just pulled back. And he was just taking a bite of a steak, and I just grabbed his head and pulled it back. Went, Phew!
Yeah.
And then I broke the ground speed record for running because the entire residence was trying to kill me.
That's hilarious.
Wait, that's crazy. So you were
and I can't believe I hit people the most. It got 25,000 students, and the whole sort of faculty of teachers were coming to me and saying, "Listen, you won't hit me right because I've got a feeling the whole of this sociology class chipped in." And I began, no, me? No, it's not me, by the way. It was me, but I'd hide in a cupboard, and I'd listen to a bloody sociology lecture for 1 hour. And as everyone's leaving and they're rising, and okay, thanks, I'll see you guys. And so then he's just relaxed and he's moving to the front I'd come up out of the cupboard behind him and just whack. I got like $500 for that hit. Yeah. So, I was a hitman when I was 20 years old.
That's
I love this
insane.
life. Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is so weird. That you
all
literally,
about
and then you said you didn't even really think about it when you got the job. You just like remembered it back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I remember that I've been hitman for 25 years. I remember this about 4 or 5 years ago. I went, whoa, wait, dude, I was a hitman before Hitman was a hitman,
Yeah,
so
that's
I had a lot of fun.
Subliminal messaging.
So if there's anyone you want me to, a drunk uncle, mother-in-law, make them want to go away, I'll swing by Nashville.
We've got a list.
Put a little whipped cream in there.
You got a list?
We've got a list.
Okay.
If there's anyone
I'm going to be busy,
cream.
I can hear.
All right, next one.
Okay.
When you run into fans and people in public and they recognize you, what is your most requested voice line?
It's just seriously, it's just saying my name. And then I ad lib after that. I say, this is Agent 47, and I know where you live. Oh,
Whoa.
I will find you. I mean, I love the Liam Neeson line from Taken.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's such a good hitman line.
It's such a good hitman line.
I have a special set of skills which makes life for you a nightmare. Oh man.
Yeah, that's
one of
great.
my favorite films.
Right off of that one, let's just go into that.
Cool.
I'm going to name another secret agent, and you tell me how long it would take Agent 47 to win a fight against them.
Ooh.
First one.
Okay.
James Bond.
Okay. James Bond. Well, I gotta take out James Bond?
Yeah, and I want you to tell me how long it's going to take and how you would do it.
Okay. He's not going to see this one coming. I'd do it with a very heavy object. And so he can be dressed and looking cool and going, oh, my name's Bond. James. Oh, splat. So I'll drop something very heavy from him on a height and try and dodge that big guy.
That's awesome. So we're talking like sub 10
5 seconds, 10 seconds.
All right, let's go. Next one, Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise.
Oh, he's a hard one to nail down because he's always hanging out of a plane, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, that might take a while. He's good on a bike, and he's good at fast-moving objects, and hanging out of the windows and doors and hanging onto stuff on a plane. That's going to take a while. I think I'll do him on a plane, but I'll do a plane where he can be the passenger, whatever, but I just won't put any fuel in the plane, or very little.
There you go.
So that may take like 3/4 of an hour, but
or maybe some Vaseline on the wing, because at some point
yeah,
he's gonna be trying to
just
do it.
Oh, did I do that? Sorry.
Grease the wings a little bit.
His stunts are really amazing.
They're
insane. The shit out of me.
Yeah. They are.
Even as like a millennial, I feel like I've started to see some of the stuff he's done now, and it never really got to me that he did his own stunts until whatever this recent movie is, where he literally is like ramping off of a bike ramp with a parachute on. Parachute. And it's just like,
I saw the behind the scenes of that, and the fellow actors, everyone there is watching it.
Nutty stuff.
And they're all kind of like making funny remarks, going, "Oh, Tom, this shall be fun," and haha. And then you saw their faces as he just left the cliff.
Yeah, and you're like,
"Oh shit, this actually is happening. Is he okay? He's gone. Is he?"
Yeah. Well,
I didn't see him shoot open. His last. It's just, oh my goodness.
After you get to him.
And their reaction was like real,
Yeah.
Scary stuff. Way to go.
All right, couple more, and then we'll get to the next question. Jason Bourne.
Oh, he's good in he's good in all the ones. Matt Damon. But he's deadly with in hand to hand. So I'll shoot him. I'll do a Harrison Ford from the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic moment.
Bang.
All right. Kind of a philosophical one.
Oh.
Do you think Agent 47 is a good person?
Yeah, I'm going with good.
Okay.
I think killing is good. No, I think it's good if you're stopping the heartbeats of bad people, which is a really terrible thing to say, because they could have been nice. Maybe they just got mixed up as kids, and their parents didn't love them, and they didn't get enough attention in school. They could have turned out fine. So, but no, it's a good question actually, because he is morally kind of flatlining, and he doesn't know who he is and what he is in a way. But I'm going with good because I'll tell you why. And I've said this before in interviews. I look upon him as a friend, as a really good friend, and I can't see myself liking someone who's not good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you just have a gut instinct. You're like, I feel like
I want him to be good, and so he's not evil. He doesn't kill people for fun, and he's not kind of really torturing people. He's kind of just, oh, does this hurt?
Yeah.
Oh,
putting an end to evil, a greater evil, I guess. Quick ends to it.
How many hours have you logged on Hitman?
Not enough. I don't. You guys have kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How much have you tell me, Grady, how much have you played since you had kids?
I don't think I've been able to play too many video games.
Yeah. Because
And
I played the hell out of Hitman, and then I started having children.
yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'm just going next door to have 5 hours of Hitman. Are we good here? No.
Yeah.
So out of the 25 years, I mean, my oldest kid is 24. Okay. So I got one very good year. Very. And then things started to get slowed down a bit. And then 3 years later, another one came along and, okay, now it's 50-50. 2 parents, 2 kids. I got this. Yep. They must sleep at some point.
Right.
And then the third one came along and it was game over.
Yeah, I bet. Fair enough.
Yeah, sleep is hard to come by. But that's what Twitch is for. That's why I watch live streams now. So we saw an interview. Agent 47 was not always going to look how he ended up looking. Is that true?
I don't
I can give you a little color. I can give you a little color on that, and then maybe you can just react to this. But a few years ago, one of the game developers was talking about how there was a chance that Hitman was actually going to maybe be like a hairier man.
No shit. I didn't know this.
Yeah, so he went on an interview and he was like, we had some different looks picked out. He wasn't always necessarily going to look like David, and he might have actually had hair. So do you think that Hitman having hair would have ruined the franchise?
Big time.
Yeah.
Seriously? You know why? I've been follically challenged for a very long time. But when you're bald, you just look like you've been made in a test tube. You just look a bit more
like you're able to slide right
inhuman somehow, That look is better than I am gonna kill you. Oh, what the fuck,
Yeah.
I just can't get my brain around getting shit. That Hitman would have that look. No, I didn't know that. I'm gonna go there and kill the creative director. I'll do him for free.
Yeah, I think that idea has been dealt with for sure. But I thought that was interesting.
I know that when they were making the first movie, Bruce Willis signed up for it actually.
Oh wow!
Oh no way!
Yeah, and then he jumped ship, and then Vin Diesel signed up.
Whoa!
And that would have been interesting. And then of course Paul Walker, the late and great Paul Walker, was going to play it. And I thought,
what a legend.
That'll work. And then tragically he died doing that stunt. I think it was in Sunset Boulevard.
Wait, so Paul Walker passing away was part of the reason that you ended up getting the role? Is that correct?
In the movie.
No, in the movie. In the movie.
Oh, I got you.
And I came I think it was 20th Century. At that stage, Luc Besson came on as the executive producer. So it became a kind of a European film shot out of Europe. And Luc Besson expressed an interest in having me because they'd had a lot of publicity for like 6 months. All about, no one knows what he looks like. If you've met him, then you're dead. And all you did not see Agent 47 in these teasers, these kind of little cameo trailers at all. You just, maybe saw a glove being put on or, a silencer put on a gun or something, but you did not ever see the guy. And this ran for like months and months and months. And this is before, tragically, Paul Walker passed away. So it was like Luc Besson was thinking, this is a no-brainer. Let's get this guy who plays the guy and looks like him, and no one knows him. I didn't have any headway. I wasn't a heavyweight in Hollywood. Let's put it that way. But they decided to use, obviously, Timothy Olyphant because he was doing the cowboy TV series. What was it called? Deadwood.
Yep.
So he was already under contract to I think it was 20th Century were producing it. So they wanted to keep it close and personal, and he has had a good track record, and he is a fine actor. Just want to say that now, because I get into such shit by coming up with a dumbass remark in response to a stand-up comedian. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, I think I only have one more question,
Go for it.
and then we can do like our conclusion thing. And if you want to plug any of your socials or projects or anything, feel free to at the end here.
Cool, man.
But as a voice actor, what is your process to get ready for the booth? Do you have any like special skills, like you can make the sound that some kind of animal makes? Like, what is in your bag in terms of vocals? And I'll set the stage here. I actually have a really good impression of a crow. You want to hear it?
Yeah, give it up.
I've never heard it. Oh.
Yeah, not bad.
Pretty good.
That is good.
I don't do that.
That's good.
Remember, I'm the silent assassin. I just breathe in and sound like a pervert, and that'll do me.
That's all you do to get ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Dang.
That's a good way.
All right.
Good. That's good stuff.
Sweet. Well, David Bateson, you are the man.
Dude, you crushed it, man.
Thank
this is
you
awesome.
for making our
my
childhood
total pleasure, guys. Really.
Yes, sir. What about how do we see more of you, and how do people follow you if they don't know
well, listen.
yet?
You can check me out on my socials, Instagram. I'm David Bateson, because there's a few out there who are all gonna die because they're trying to be me. I'm David Bateson, obviously Instagram mainly, a bit on Twitter or X, and I'm David Bateson is also on Facebook. But other than that, I'm gonna be next week. In fact, if anyone's just like in Nashville or wherever you guys are, in the neighborhood of Ireland, I'm going to be in Dublin, at the Dublin Comic Con next weekend, 9th to the 11th of August. Which I'm really looking forward to. I've never been there. So I'm going to be going absolutely mental and killing people for free.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's where you can catch me next. But I'll be back in the States sometime this fall. I've got an agent, and I've got some gigs lined up, but couldn't get me into San Diego, which is a bummer. Last weekend.
Well, come see us sometime.
Yeah, but I'll be around.
Amazing. Cool.
Awesome. Well, that's everything with Agent 47. Any last words before he murders us through the screen?
No, thanks for coming, David. Appreciate it, man. See ya.
Peace.
Total pleasure, man. Take care, guys.